I will just jump in and
I think we're finished here.
and say that obviously from a Loud Entertainment perspective, we couldn't be more excited to have Michael here. I can't think of anybody bigger, better, stronger, more fun, more charming to be with us to do a double bill for the stadium. You definitely don't want to hear from me, so I will hand over to the man himself to take a few questions.
Thank you. I'm so glad she didn't call me Drake. Sure, okay. Oh, I love the sound of my own voice. Hi, everybody. Hi, I'm Michael Buble. My hobbies include music. My favorite movie is The Notebook. That's a lie. It's a lie. It isn't. It's The Princess Bride. And I'm happy to be here. And you guys go ahead and ask me anything you want, except about my personal life or my work. You guys go ahead. The most romantic thing I might have ever done really wasn't for romance. It was because I was in huge trouble and I had basically just been an idiot and the girl didn't want me around anymore. And so I think I ended up getting a shoebox and finding a pair of my shoes from when I was really little. Like beat up little Converse from when I was like 7. And I put them in a box and I ended up putting a bunch of Hershey's Kisses in the box with the shoes and a note on top that said I would walk 1,000,000 miles for just one of these kisses. Oh my God. It is so horrible.
Lovely.
Yeah. Myself, Justin Bieber, Celine Dion, Sarah McLachlan, Drake, Bryan Adams. We have a meeting every Tuesday. We have a little Starbucks. We basically sit for 2 hours and just apologize to each other and say, "It's so great to see you, eh? Sorry, eh? Okay, eh? How are you, eh? So good." Yeah. Really, the truth is, yes, there's definitely for sure. It's such a small business that we have a thing called the Junos every year, and you really do show up. And it really sounds strange to say this, but Bryan Adams just texted me like a minute ago. I see people like Diana Krall at the Starbucks down the street from me. We live close. Sarah McLachlan. I see her too. It is really the Canadians. Listen, we're a nation of observers. We're this little country sitting beside this massive country. We're a little sweet little mouse with, underneath an elephant. And I think it brings us closer together. I was in Australia this year on this tour, and the microphone stand, how you got the base of the stand, and sometimes they don't sit perfectly. They kind of wiggle. And I was singing Moondance, and in Moondance is about 5 songs into the show. And there's a big crescendo in the music where it goes, and I kind of stomp it off. And I stomped on the stand, and it came back, and it smashed my tooth. My tooth, and in the moment of the show, it goes black. The whole stage was black. Well, I thought I was dead. I thought somebody shot me. I don't know if anyone's ever been punched in the face before, but as a hockey player, I've been punched in the face before. It was just like that. No one, my crew, my band, the audience didn't know. No one knew. My father, the second the lights came back on and I continued singing, turned to my mom and said, "Amber, something really bad is happening." And he knew. He could see it in my eyes. He got up, he went backstage, and he said, "I don't know what it is," he said, "but something's wrong with the kid." And he was so sensitive to that they both knew that something was wrong. And that night I went and had emergency surgery, and so that happened. And now, even weirder, because somebody's going to say it, somebody who's a good eye is going to notice that my wedding ring isn't on my left hand. Yeah, I was playing hockey last week before I left, and I came in on a breakaway, and I got knocked down, and I felt my finger go, and And now my ring won't fit anymore on my finger. So, and it hurts. I think I did something to the tendon, but because I'm a guy, I went, I didn't do anything about it. So now, my wife said, you're going to talk to the paparazzi, Mike, put the ring on your left hand. I said, hey, I can't put the ring on my left hand. And she kept going, put it on the I can't put it on, so I wanted to explain that to you so you don't think something weird is happening in my personal life. What you see right now is a guy who's had 3 hours of sleep and has a little 1 year old, 1 year and 6 months. His teeth are just coming in. He never ever stops talking. So all night I hear pa 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 go 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 go. It's the best. I can't wait to have another, and I'm blessed. My son has been to 33 countries at 1.5 years old. And what do they call him on tour?
Pooty. Oh my God.
They call him Jason Bourne.
Oh yeah, Jason Bourne.
Yeah, like the Bourne Identity. Yeah, Mr. Passport, yeah. Yeah, it's so cool. He's been everywhere with me, and my wife has been really, really great to be like that and to come. And now, when this tour is done, I go to South Africa, and that's it for the dates. And then I go and follow her, and I sit on set and go and support her the same way she's done for me. That's what I do with my year off, and I feel like it's the only way. It's the only way to do it. You know, if I know one thing, and one thing. It really is happy wife, happy life. And so, you know what, as long as she's fulfilled and she's happy, I'm happy. So that's what I'm going to do now. That's my job, is to be
So you're very hands-on dad.
her set guy. Am I hands-on dad?
Yeah.
I love that dude so much. I can never, you know, one thing that, I don't know, you guys, any parents here? You guys are very young, so a few parents, it's weird, you know, we talk about things you learn and like how like all of a sudden you become a dad or a mom and you, the meaning of life. The thing that I learned is truly, I finally know how much my mom and dad love me. And when I look at them, it is like, it's emotional for me, because I never really did. I mean, I know my mom and dad love me, but I never understood when they look at me what they see. And now I know, and it gives me even a better relationship with them, because I look at them and I go like, wow, I know now, you know, because I love that little boy more than life itself, and I imagine that I know that they feel that way about me. Well, I think probably the craziest for me was in Virginia. I was in Virginia years ago, and I was playing a place called the Wolf Den, I think it was. And when I came through the audience, a man took a swing at me, and I could feel, I could hear him coming, because I could hear him yelling at me. And when I came back on stage, I was shaky because I knew what had just happened. And then I heard my name yelled. My security guy yelled, Michael, and he came up and he had a kind of a garrote, and he wanted to put it around my head and take my head. And they arrested him. It was federal land, so the FBI put him in the car. He kicked out the back of the window. Wow. I didn't know this. I was on stage at this point finishing Come Fly With Me. And when they asked him why, he said that he wanted me dead because I had stolen music from black people. You know, because that's how people think of me.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. That's a crazy one. And the other one was a woman gave me a teddy bear. And so I don't collect teddy bears, so I had a tour manager at the time, and he had a daughter named Penelope, Peedles, he called her. And I gave Peedles the teddy bear. And when she got home, she squeezed it. And it said, Michael Buble, I want it. It was one of those like little recording kind of things. Signed. Even I was 26 years old, and Warner Brothers had a meeting with me, and a man named Jeff Aroff was the artistic director. He's a genius. He's very famous in the business. And about 12 of them, including the president, sat down with me, and they said, you have to change your name. Michael Buble will never be taken seriously. Michael Buble could never sell a record. It's like a joke, your name. And so I said, okay. They said, well, go and come up with a new name. And I went, and I was so scared at that point because I was in such a tenuous position. I'd just been signed. I had no power. And I remember telling my father that I was going to change my name. And my father, he loves me so much, you know, and he said, you know, son, if that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do. But I could see that it hurt him. I could see that it hurt him. And when I saw that, I was sensitive to it, and it actually really made me angry. And so I walked back into the record company the next week, and I sat down at the meeting, and I said, all right, let's make a deal. And they said, what is it? I said, I'm going to change my name. And they said, okay. And I said, but you need to sign a contract there that tells me if I change my name, I'm going to sell 1 million records. And they said, well, we can't do that. And I said, well, then I can't change my name, Mail. That was pretty much the end of it. Yeah. You know, I say with humility, and I hope grace, that they get to see one of the best shows on earth. I'm one of the best in the world at what I do, because I love what I do. And there is no room for humility when you're this good.